And Bonds hits one high. It's a deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Taproom Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks. Joined with my man, Mr. Swervin Irving Washington, here on a beautiful Saturday night. If you're on the East Coast, Sunday morning, welcome. Get some. Hopefully, you stay up and don't get enough sleep for tomorrow. If not, whatever. One last preview show, Irv, before the big game tomorrow. Get some last minute thoughts. Go over some more props. Kind of go over our best bets for the game. How's your day going though? How's your day? Saturday.
Day was good. Watched a lot of college hoops. Some horrible beats, but hey, that's how it go.
Bruh. If Utah Valley didn't cover, I would have literally stopped betting college basketball because they were up 12 with 16 seconds left. They're 5.5 point favorites, and they almost didn't cover. It was some of the most incredible shit. But man, just this week has been brutal, dude, because I can't even count on both my hands how many bets I've had where the team is covering for like 38 of the 40 minutes and they don't cover. Last night I had Fresno State plus 9.5. They're basically, it's a one possession game all game long until the final 2 minutes, dude. And then Fresno State with 1 minute and 24 seconds in a 5-point game, they intentionally foul. Why would you do that? It's a 2 possession game. Doesn't make any sense. Lose Fresno State. That's how the weekend started. Bro, just continued over to today. Oklahoma was always Kansas there. That was a terrible bet. Auburn though, plus 2.5, winning the entire game, dude. Not only covering, but they're winning the entire game until the final 3 minutes, and then they don't even cover. Just an incredible day, man. Absolutely incredible day.
And who did Baylor play? TCU, right?
Yeah, TCU, same thing. TCU's leading the entire game.
Was up 11 in the second half.
Yep, and then turnovers just did them in. It was brutal. Somehow I managed to finish the day in the green. I don't know how. I'm still shocked. But what could have been like a really, really good day was just a meh day, you know what I mean? Which, that's part of the game, dude. You go through those stretches. It happens, man. It happens. And, eventually those games that went against us today and this week, they'll bounce back, right? And games will go our way eventually. That's how it goes. But anyways, we're here talking Super Bowl. Hopefully, Sun J.M. manages to pull off the waste management tomorrow. He got fucking absolutely screwed by a suspended play on Friday. He was absolutely fucking rolling, dude, with a few holes left. And then today has to go and tee off at like fucking 6:30 in the morning to finish his round. And yesterday there was no wind. Today there was hella wind. So starts his day off with 3 bogeys. What a way to go. And he's down 4 strokes, you know what I mean? So hopefully we cash that ticket though. That'll be dope. And we got Ricky Fowler, who's he's only 4 strokes behind too. He's tied with Sun J.M., I believe. So that's incredible. Ricky Fowler plus 7,200. Oof, how
Mm.
great would that be?
Nice.
The gambling gods should do me a favor after how they treated me with college basketball the last few days, and they should reverse things for me. And it should have
Terrible.
started with that draw in the Volkanovski fight. I had a draw plus 8,000 in for Islam versus Volk. And I thought for sure, dude, after that fifth round, because going into that fifth round, I was like, oh, Islam's gonna win this fight. And then after
I thought it was a draw too.
unanimous decision, dude, that didn't make any sense.
You know, UFC and boxing, it hasn't reared its ugly head in a long time, but UFC and boxing have probably the worst judges in professional sports.
Bro, but it's not just them because it's like state by state, country by country. They all have different judges. But yeah, you're right, dude. And then they have those gambling controversies too. I mean, it's hard to trust the UFC. Yeah. Anyways, that's why I don't really bet.
Canada does not let nobody bet on UFC for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it happened in the States too, especially depending on what happens with the
Bro, it ain't nowhere around it. We know he threw that damn fight.
Which one?
The one where the dude was like a 5-1 favorite or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, and the coach got fired.
Yeah, so
terminated or whatever.
We know what happened with that fight.
But that coach is like suing the UFC or suing the state of Nevada or something because he's like not commissioned to coach or train or something like that. I don't know the whole details, but anyways, the game. So today we saw some line movement, man. We actually a better put down 200,000 on the Chiefs +2 at South Point. We saw a lot of books in Vegas move to +1 after. So Circa moved to 1. Westgate Superbook moved to 1. South Point moved to 1. South Point actually moved to a pick'em, which I believe they're still at. But we saw a lot of movement, a lot of money go the Chiefs' way today.
Did Floyd put any money on anybody? Or he don't go to the casinos no more?
Who?
Floyd.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But I know that like some respected money came in on the Chiefs, and the reason being is because the line moved.
I know Drake put big money on the Chiefs, and
Drake isn't respected money though.
I know, but I'm just saying you got when you just when the celebs put big money down, it always gets publicized.
Yeah, but I mean we've already seen several bets on the Eagles, 6 figures.
Did Mattress Mac put any money up or no?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
After the shit he said about how they shouldn't legalize sports gambling in Texas, he probably shouldn't make any bets public any longer.
Yeah, that's true because that's some bullshit.
That's just contradiction at its finest.
Definitely.
But we talked about it on Wednesday, and the total's still at 51, hasn't moved. So it's basically stayed at 51. That the total was fluctuating though. During the 2 weeks, it would go to, it opened 51, went down to 50, went up to 51 and a half, back down to 51. We've seen it kind of fluctuate within a point basically the last 2 weeks, sitting at 51 right now. But we talked about it on Wednesday, like, a lot of people keep talking about, the Chiefs' deficiencies and not the Eagles. It's really been a lot of one-sided talk, like, oh, the Eagles are the best team. Okay, fair. The Chiefs have banged up wide receivers. Okay, fair. Patrick Mahomes has a banged up ankle. Okay, fair. But no one has been talking about Jalen Hurts' shoulder injury. No one's been talking about Lane Johnson's injury, Dickerson's injury, right? It's been a lot of, I don't know, silence on that front.
Yep.
Has since Wednesday, well, all right, for those that haven't listened to our shows previously, let's go over the game in general, right? We both like the Chiefs in this game. Why do you like the Chiefs, Irv?
I like the Chiefs because they match up well with Philly's defense. And a lot of people might, when you look on paper, they came out with a graphic of the top 15 players, I think 12 or 13 of them belong to the Chiefs. But at the end of the day, it's a team game. These teams are very evenly matched. They scored the same amount of points the whole season. The thing that you got to factor in is that Kansas City can come back from a deficit, and we haven't seen Philly be in a deficit and have to come back down. I think the most they trailed all season was what, a touchdown, a field goal, probably no.
Well, the thing is, they're 1-3 in games they trail in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
2 of those games are with Gardner Minshew, though.
Okay.
But they're 1-1 in games they trail in the second half with Jalen Hurts. And remember, one of them was against the Colts, and they literally took a fucking 60-yard pass interference, and he rushed the ball 2 times. He didn't even have a completion on the drive.
Yeah. So I think the Eagles play a lot of zone, and you know, you gave Andy Reid 2 weeks to game plan for their defense. I think that gives Mahomes the edge up. Now, one thing you got to look out for too, if the Chiefs could have any type of resemblance of a run game, that is going to open up the offense that much more because they might have to drop a safety or keep an extra man in the box, and that'll open up more downfield and especially over the middle for the Chiefs. And Mahomes is I mean, not Mahomes. Kelsey is a nightmare matchup for a team like the Eagles because they play a lot of zone.
Yeah.
They don't play a lot of man to man. So Kelsey is going to have a whole bunch of option routes. He's probably going to go over the middle. They might have to put their most physical DB on him, and which unfortunately is going to be their most physical DB is a corner. So that's going to probably open up some stuff for Juju and Valdez Scantling because you're not going to have Bradbury on you. You might have a third or fourth corner on you.
Mm-hmm.
And those are legit number 2 wide receivers. So I would give KC the edge when it comes to that. So it all depends on how they defend Kelsey, and that'll dictate how the Chiefs run their offense. But if they run a lot of zone, I expect Kelsey to have a monster game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of have to. I mean, I wouldn't say you have to play zone, but I don't think playing man is I don't think that's the best way to play the Chiefs, in my opinion. Just because, like, okay, I think the most important thing for both defenses, both Kansas City and Philadelphia, is going to be rush lane. Like, they have to stay very
rush lane discipline. You got to be disciplined and rushing the passer because both these quarterbacks can scramble. And we know when Jalen Hurts break the pocket, he's not breaking the pocket looking for a receiver downfield. He's breaking the pocket to run and potentially make a huge play with his legs.
Yep.
Now, Mahomes will run and scramble and get like a first down extended drive, but usually when he breaks the pocket,
He's
80% of the time he's looking downfield and trying to make a play with his arm.
Yep.
He's just buying time.
And the one thing why I like the Chiefs in this spot is because I think Chris Jones is the X factor, especially with Dickerson being banged up, because they can line Chris Jones up. Obviously, he plays interior, right? He's the second best interior rush defensive lineman in NFL. So I think that Spagnuolo and what he's done great in his career is that he'll find mismatches in the defense, on the defensive line. I think they're going to put Chris Jones in situations to get Landon Dickerson, and he could take advantage. And what's been the 2 games where Jalen Hurts has struggled the most, Indy and Washington, they rushed him up the middle and contained him outside. So I think that's going to be huge for Kansas City. But again, same with Philly, dude. Philly, they have to, and on the flip side for Kansas City, where's their best offensive lineman? Their center and their guard, Tooney. So I think that Patrick Mahomes is going to have a lot of opportunities to step up in the pocket and make plays. You know what I'm saying? So I think that benefits Patrick Mahomes on that flip side. And on the other side, I think it benefits the Chiefs' defense because it tends to lean towards their strength, which is Chris Jones rushing up the middle. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Now, the thing that the Chiefs will have to be concerned with is I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to double Chris Jones more than a good, I would say, majority of the snaps, at least 75, 80% of the snaps. So whoever's playing next to Chris Jones, They got to be able to take advantage of that one-on-one and either make some plays or force that run back the other way and force him to force whoever's running the ball. Gainwell, Scott, Sanders. They got to be able to make plays, and Nick Bolton and Willie Gay gonna be critical too because they're gonna have to have a real good game making tackles. They can't miss tackles. They're gonna have to make tackles. You can't have the Eagles getting 5 and 6 yard gains early in the game because those 5 and 6 yards are gonna turn to 7, 8 in the fourth quarter.
Well,
Now if they
I was
win
gonna say,
first and
oh, sorry, I didn't mean
Mhm.
to cut you off. But I was gonna say the other thing is they can't be in third and short, fourth and short.
Yeah.
Like they have to be able to rush the passer, and to be able to do that, you have to stop the run. So they need to focus on stopping the run. They did it against Cincy. They did a hell of a good job against Cincy. So I think it can continue over here. Obviously,
Yeah, they gotta win first and second down. If they win first and second down consistently, then that gives them a major leg up as far as confidence and being able to put pressure on the Eagles because we know the Chiefs are going to score points. We just got to see if the Chiefs defense can either stifle the Eagles or make the Eagles drive the length of the field or try to because if they get them on third downs, they got to get stops. They can't give up a bunch of third downs because that's gonna give Eagles way more momentum, and then that's gonna get them the time of possession. And the best way to stop a great offense is not let them get to minimize their possessions and them getting the ball. So it's going to be a real good game of give and take. But honestly, I just think that in a Super Bowl, if you got a quarterback like Mahomes, that automatically gives you a leg up because all he needs is adequate blocking and his receivers to get open or make the plays they need to make because he's going to put the ball on them 9 times out of 10.
yep.
Now, some of his Super Bowl stats I've been hearing, it is a little concerning 2 interceptions, 4 picks. But that second Super Bowl, you got to throw that one out the window because he was completely outmatched. He had four of
Yeah,
his 5 starting linemen were out.
yeah, that was nasty. And then also Andy Reid's son gets in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they had a
tragic
lot of
the DUI accident. So it was a lot going on.
yeah, they had a lot working against them in that Super Bowl. So I think it's hard to take that in consideration because at the end of the day, it's like Andy Reid probably has, well, not probably, Andy Reid definitely has the edge in the coaching, right?
Yeah.
The Chiefs have the edge in experience. It's the one weakness is like they do have a lot of unproven wide receivers on their roster. They were banged up in their last game. But they do have Kelsey, who, aside from Jerry Rice, is probably, I mean, statistically, the second best guy to ever catch a football in the playoffs at this point in the NFL.
Yeah, and the only thing with the Chiefs, they're gonna have everybody but McCole Hardman
Yeah.
and Valdez Scanlon looked real good last week. So I think he carries that over because, like you said, the Eagles DVOA against second and third wide receivers is not great.
Against other wide receivers, so third and fourth, 22nd DVOA. I'm expecting a big Sky Moore game, Irv.
Yeah, I think Sky Moore and Isaiah Pacheco in the slot could have a real good game. They're gonna line up McKinnon in the slot too. I think the Chiefs might try to do their best to outflank them and create as much mismatches as possible because
Yep.
we know that there's Eagles safeties are good in coverage, but they're not great, and they're susceptible to getting kind of, I wouldn't say exposed, but the middle is open a lot against the Eagles. It's just the Niners didn't have the QB to expose it. Well, once Purdy got hurt,
They didn't have a QB.
yeah, they didn't have a QB.
So that kind of makes it a little difficult. But yeah, no, I
Mhm.
agree. And the Eagles all year have really been relying on their pass rush to get to the quarterback in a quick enough time, so they throw bad passes, and then their secondary kind of just feasts on bad throws all game. I took Sky Moore 2+ touchdowns at +9,000. Threw a little quarter unit on there. Remember that guy for Seattle in the Patriots Super Bowl who like went off and like he never even like caught a pass before the
Yeah, I
Super
think his name
Bowl.
was it like Jones something? By Chris Jones, by some Jones.
I
I,
forget
I
his
know
name,
exactly what
dude.
you're talking about.
But I was like, man, if there's an opportunity for a receiver in this game, it's this situation right here, and it's Sky Moore. He's the fastest guy on the field, right? and he's gonna get opportunities because McCole Hardman's out. So you basically have MVS, Juju, and Sky Moore as their third receiver. And then obviously Jerick McKinnon is probably gonna get some catches, but bro, I like all of Sky Moore's props, dude. I've been looking over them all week and just, dude, I know that 2 TD one is probably a little tough, but man, I saw that and I was like, it could happen. And then 900 to 1, I mean, that's great value.
Jeez.
Plus 9,000, $10 wins you $900.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's one I've been looking at. I also was looking at what was the other one I was looking at? Sky Moore receptions. Damn, DraftKings doesn't even have them listed at all. This is a mistake.
Oh, Matthews, he had 4 catches for 109 yards and 1 touchdown.
He only had 1 touchdown? I thought he had 2.
No, yeah, 1.
But man, that was crazy when that happened.
Damn, this game went way over.
Yeah. I think I was going through them, and Super Bowls actually tend to go over more than they do under.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the one game of the one standalone game that you like don't want to just bet under with the intention that like, oh, the public's gonna bet it over, so it's gonna go under. Nah, this is the game where it tends to go under. I mean over. I'm sorry. So Circa has Sky Moore over 13.5 rushing and receiving yards. I like that one. That's at minus 110. Sky Moore to score a touchdown plus 800. I like that. And then Sky Moore to score 2 TDs plus 9,000. I think that's pretty great value at 90 to 1 to throw like a tenth of a unit on. Like I said, just throw $10 on there to win 900. Someone's got to catch these touchdown passes. And the thing is like, Patrick Mahomes over under yards is 294.5, but everybody, Juju Smith-Schuster, 39.5 yards, right? Valdez-Scantling, 34.5 yards. They got Tony, 37.5 yards. Watson, 13.5 yards. Sky Moore, 13.5 yards. I mean, someone's got to catch these passes, dude. Someone's going over.
Yeah, someone's definitely going over because it's going to be somebody that you least expect that's going to have a damn good game.
Yep. Because, I mean, Kelsey, 80.5 yards. Pretty reasonable. I don't have any conviction on the over-under there. Noah Gray, 12.5 yards. So, I mean, dude, it just doesn't add up to 294. So, someone's going over. It's just who's going over. McKinnon, Pacheco. Someone's going over. Few of these guys are going. I mean,
over-under for the Super Bowl 49 was 48.5, and they scored 52.
Yep. So, I've been liking Sky Moore props, dude. I have been leaning towards these Sky Moore props. The overs in them.
So outside of the last Super Bowl, well, Tampa Bay and KC probably went under too because there was only 40 points scored.
Yeah, that one went under.
I think did the Rams and Cincinnati go under too? It was only 23-20.
That one went under. I think the total was like 44.5.
49, yeah,
49.
it went under.
But Niners Chiefs went over.
Yep.
Uh,
Baltimore. Denver, Carolina probably barely went over. I know that
one
over
went
wasn't
over.
high because it was 2 good defenses.
I think that one. What was the total in that game? The final score?
Yeah, the final score was 24-10.
Oh, that went under.
Philadelphia versus New England was 41-33. We know that one.
That one went way over.
That one went way over.
The Patriots Rams Super Bowl went way under.
Yeah, 13-3.
That was the worst Super Bowl of all time, dude.
Then KC versus San Francisco definitely went over. That's 51. The over under for that game was 40, 47, 48. 48.
Damn, that's a pretty high total for those two teams, especially because that was the Niners' number one defense.
Yeah, the Niners had a cold ass defense that year.
Damn, DraftKings has Sky Moore over under 7.5 yards. Circa has it at 13.5. So if you have DraftKings, go take Sky Moore over 13.5 yards right now. Don't even hesitate. Don't even think about it. Just do it.
Like Nike.
There's a lot of cross sport props too. So let me read some of these off to you. Irv. We got so Ja Morant.
Oh wait, actually it went under. The over under the total was 53.5 for that Super Bowl.
For which one? Niners?
Yeah, Niners Chiefs.
53.5?
Yeah, 49ers Chiefs over under total 53.5.
That seems way too high.
Yeah, that's high.
All right, so check out some of these cross sport props. So Ja Morant points versus Boston versus Chiefs points. Ja Morant minus 3.5.
Wait, so basically he would have more points than the Chiefs gonna score?
Yeah, they're giving, so you're laying 3.5. So if you take Ja Morant points, he has to score three. He's basically has to score 4 more points than the Chiefs total.
Probably won't do that against Boston, but
They got Ja Morant's points plus rebounds plus assists versus Super Bowl total points. So Ja Morant points, rebounds plus assists plus 7.5. Super Bowl total points minus 7.5.
what's that one again?
Ja Morant points plus rebounds plus assists versus the Super Bowl total points. Super Bowl total points lane 7.5. So basically, they're saying the total's at 51. So they're basically saying Ja Morant points plus rebounds plus assists at like 43 or 42. Sorry.
Give me the Super Bowl points because I think tomorrow gonna be a high scoring game.
Tatum points versus Eagles points. Tatum minus 6.5.
Mm, Tatum is gonna be shooting a lot because Smart and Brown is out.
Yep. He scored 41 his last game
So he scores more than the Eagles.
by 7.5 points. Or 6.5, sorry, 6.5 points.
So the Eagles are spotted 6.5.
Yeah.
Unless Tatum goes off for like 40. Yeah, give me the Eagles. Nah, I think it's going to be like 31, 34, or 37, 34, or something like that. So I don't think he can get to 41, 38. But still, give me the Eagles.
All right.
Sunday games are tricky in the NFL.
You mean NBA?
The over under for the New England, yeah, NBA. The over under for New England and the Rams was 55.5.
And it went and it scored 13 or 16 points.
They scored 16 points.
That was literally the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life.
The over under for Philly and New England was 49. Philly scored 41.
Oh my god. All right, so they got Flyers goals versus Seattle versus Eagles TDs. Flyers goals plus 125, Eagles touchdowns minus 145. So they're saying the Eagles will likely score more touchdowns than the Flyers score goals.
Eagles.
They got Vegas goals versus KC players to score a point versus Anaheim. Vegas goals minus 110. Number of different KC players to score a point minus 110.
The Chiefs, because The Ducks absolutely suck. Even though the Golden Knights aren't great on defense, they give up a lot of goals. But I don't
They're
see.
playing the Ducks,
I know. I'm saying the Ducks.
but it's only the Vegas goals. It has nothing to do with Vegas's defense.
Oh, so it's only the Las Vegas Knights goals,
Yeah,
and they score more goals than multiple Chiefs players.
yeah.
I see them scoring like 4 or 5 goals tomorrow. So yeah, give me the Golden Knights because they playing the Ducks, and the Ducks are horrible.
Eichel points versus Anaheim versus Jalen Hurts TD passes. Eichel plus a half minus 135. Jalen Hurts TD passes minus a half plus 115.
I think Hurts throws 2 or 3 touchdowns tomorrow.
But if Eichel scores a goal and has an assist, or if he scores or has 2 assists and a goal, or 3 assists, that's 3 points.
Yeah, good. Yeah, because it's and he's on a lot. I think he's on a point streak too. So
Yeah, that's tough. Shots on goal. Damn, this is tough. Shots on goal. Vegas versus Anaheim. So total between the two teams versus Devontae Smith reception yards. I kind of like the shots on goal in that one.
versus who rushing yards
Receiving yards, Devontae Smith.
versus shots on goal for both teams or one team.
Both teams combined.
Oh yeah, give me that. Give me both teams combined because I don't think Smith is gonna have a good game. Because
Yeah,
outside of that one catch
he didn't even do
versus San
anything.
Francisco, he didn't have a good game.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a catch.
That's true.
Hold on, let me see how many shots on goal the Knights even average. Pretty sure like the average NHL team averages like 30 shots on goal, right?
Yeah.
Or more.
So the damn, that's crazy. When the Niners played the San Diego Chargers in the Super Bowl, they were 18.5 point favorite.
Yeah, that was I don't know if I was talking to you about this last year, but that was the like Vegas Casino's worst loss was that Super Bowl because everybody took the Niners.
Yeah, because it was 18.5. They won by 23. The over-under was 53.5. They scored 49 points.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Damn. They were a 12-point favorite versus Denver. They won 55-10, and the over-under was 48. They scored 55 points.
Dude, what the fuck?
Damn, my Broncos used to get their ass handed to them in the Super Bowl.
Yep. It's because they were a one-man wrecking crew, dude.
Dallas was a 6.5 point favorite versus Buffalo and beat their ass 52-17, and the over-under was 44. They scored 52 points.
Damn, McKinnon. He's only played. No, this can't be right. Oh, this.
So the first 3 Super Bowls didn't have over-under totals.
That's insane.
The over-under came in Super Bowl, I think it was Super Bowl 4 or 5, Green Bay versus Oakland.
What is SPG shots per game?
Yeah.
All right, so Edmonton leads the league in shots per game, 33.13. Vegas averages 32.51. But every team basically averages over 30, except for Philadelphia, Arizona, Montreal, Columbus, and Anaheim only averages 29.81. Damn, Florida averages 36.18 shots on goal. That's a lot. But yeah, I like that one, the shots on goal one. I'm actually gonna take that. Vegas and because I like Devontae Smith under receiving yards. All right, let's look at some more of these. As soon as this loads. Fucking slow ass shit. What do you think the Gatorade color is gonna be?
I'm gonna go to either yellow or red.
Yellow's seen a lot of money come in. There's been some rumors though that someone from Pepsi said it was gonna be orange.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably orange.
But who knows if that's even legit. Damn, Hawaii scoring at will in this game now.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, with the way shit's been going, bro, wouldn't even be shocked if this game goes over after going way under all game. They've scored. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh my god, ESPN's going hella slow. Oh, never mind. They only scored 31 points. Well, combined, I mean. All right. Next one. Ryan Smith on Vegas. Points versus Anaheim versus Kelsey TDs. Ryan Smith minus 115. Kelsey minus 105.
Give me Kelsey.
He's like all Rom and Scheffler round 4 birdies or better versus Travis Kelsey receptions. Birdies are better minus 1.5 plus 110. Kelsey receptions plus 1.5 at minus 130. So today in waste management, Rom did not play good today. Oh, actually, he finished pretty strong. So Rom had 4 birdies today. Scheffler had 4 birdies, so that's 8. So if they have the same thing, they're basically saying Kelsey's gonna have like 6 receptions.
Nah, you gonna have more than that.
So you take Kelsey plus 1.5 there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, need Sung J M to come through tomorrow, bro. Need to have a big day. All right, so your best bets from the last show on Wednesday: Mahomes over 1.5 TDs, Mahomes over 294.5. Do you like those still?
Yep.
Over 1.5 TDs was like minus 160 or something like that.
So give me over 2.
His yards have come down to 291.5 though.
Well, I still love it even more now. I think he's going for 300 plus easy.
All right. Ben also had over touchdowns and he had over Boston Scott.
Oh yeah, he loves some. Oh, he loves him some Boston Scott. But this ain't the Giants, so
Yep. I had Devontae Smith under receiving yards, which I still like. I also had Pacheco over 48.5 rushing yards.
So you think the Eagles are going to force feed Brown?
Well, I mean, first of all, part of my thought process is I don't know how healthy Jalen Hurts is. He hasn't looked good throwing the ball in the 2 games since he's been back. He hasn't been tested, really. The Chiefs, not good against number 1 wide receivers. 20th DVOA against wide receivers. But they're 10th DVOA against number 2 wide receivers. And they're 8th DVOA against other wide receivers. So I think if there's a guy that's going to break out, it's going to be AJ Brown.
Gotcha.
Versus tight ends, they're 19th, but 28th versus running backs, which is also why I like Kenneth Gainwell over 1.5 receptions. Because I think he's going to get a couple catches. And I would lean over AJ Brown. But he's at 71.5 yards. Where is he at? Let me find him. Oh, it's gone up to 73.5 now. So if you got it at 71.5 when we talked about it on Wednesday, congratulations. You got good CLV. But yeah, Devontae Smith, his number's gone up to 64.5. I like that under 64.5. Receptions under 5.5. I think that's pretty solid too. Yeah. That's what I like for Philadelphia props. I like McKinnon over 20.5 passing yards. I kind of like Pacheco under 16.5 passing
Russian?
yards. Passing. I like Pacheco over rushing, under passing yard, under receiving. I like McKinnon over receiving yards, under rushing.
What if they both go off though?
Then fuck me. I mean, I haven't placed those bets. I also like Harrison Butker over 1.5 field goals. Damn, Townsend, KC to punt a touchback. Yes, plus 315. No, minus 385. I like Jake Elliott under 1.5 field goals because we know Sirianni likes to go for it, right? So I think there's good value there with Jake Elliott. Will a kicker or punter make a solo tackle? Plus 725.
What was one again? Over under 47 yards. 47, right?
For who?
The Chiefs was over 47, right? Or under 47?
For longest field goal?
Mm-hmm.
Where was it? Damn, they took it off the board. But yeah, it was over. It was over under 47.5.
Okay.
You can also do another one I like is where is it at? Double result. So you could take like Eagles to win the first half and lose the game plus 800. Eagles win first half, win game plus 160. Chiefs win first half and win game plus 215. First half tied and Chiefs win game plus 1405. First half tied and Eagles win game plus 1405.
I just go money line.
Where is this? Exact TD passes. Patrick Mahomes 0 plus 800, 1 plus 270, 2 plus 220, 3 plus 340, 4 plus 750, 5 plus 2625, 6 plus 8600. Jalen Hurts is 0 plus 380, 1 plus 205, 2 plus 245, 3 plus 550, 4 plus 1175, 5 plus 4050, and then 6 or more plus 22,000. I actually think Mahomes 5 TDs has some value plus 2625. Because I could very well see the Chiefs scoring over 35 points. And if they do, a big part of that might be Mahomes throwing the football.
Damn. Think it could get that bad?
Well, I'm not saying it's going to win. I just think there's value in taking it because, obviously plus 26, 25 isn't, that's a long shot.
So basically, you think they're gonna be throwing the ball? You're gonna be throwing the ball all over the field.
They might have to,
That's true, especially if the running game ain't working.
Yep. Well, and if I also kind of like the Eagles to win the first half and lose the game. Because I do think that if the Eagles lose the first half, I think that there is a very likely chance they don't win. But like you said when we started the show, the Chiefs can play from behind. That's what they're good at. So I could very well see the Chiefs losing the first half and winning the game. That's what the Chiefs do. So I think at what was it? Plus what did I say it was? Plus 800, I think that's pretty decent value. I think it's a very highly likely outcome. Damn, Hawaii filling it up this half. 3-point game now.
Ain't Hawaii like a 9-point favorite, 10-point favorite?
4.
Oh.
Cal State Fullerton's pretty good. They're good defensively. I feel like all the teams in the Big West, except for Santa Barbara, have trouble scoring. And Long Beach State, but they're a bunch of dummies. We got anything else, Irv?
No.
Heads or tails on the coin flip?
Oh, if I'm a heads guy, like Two-Face.
He's a heads guy. I'm going tails.
Okay.
I went heads the last 2 years and it hit, so I'm going tails this year.
All right.
All right.
What else you got? What else you got? I know you get a long shot at Sky Moore, 2 TDs.
Yep, plus 9,000. I can read off some other stuff I took. I put down almost $1,000 worth of bets for this game tomorrow. We got Devontae Smith under 65.5 yards. We got Sky Moore rushing and receiving yards over 13.5. We got Sky Moore to score TD. Yes. Plus 800. Damn, I took Sky Moore over rushing and receiving yards 3 times. Jerick McKinnon over 23.5 yards.
Damn.
I got Jalen Hurts. First pass will be an incompletion. Yes, plus 195. I took the Mahomes to throw 5 touchdowns. Plus 2450. Devontae Smith under 5.5 receptions. I took that twice too. I have over 51 in the whole game. Jerick McKinnon first touchdown score for the Chiefs plus 585. Jerick McKinnon receiving yards over 25.5. Kenneth Gainwell over 1.5 receptions. I got Eagles winning the first half and losing the game plus 800. Tails
over on the national anthem.
I got Hassan Reddick to win MVP plus 6,000. That's everything I've taken so far.
It's just so hard for a defensive player to win the MVP, man.
It is, but I think if the Eagles are going to succeed, part of it's going to be shutting down Patrick Mahomes. And plus 6,000, I think, is pretty decent odds. Again, it's a long shot, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No guarantee it's gonna happen. I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't. I'm not gonna be hurt when he's not named MVP. But I think there's some decent value there. I think there's some decent value. I want to see if his numbers moved. Where's he at? I can probably get him for a better number now too. Damn, is he even on here?
The lowest over under for a Super Bowl was 33, and that shit went under.
What Super Bowl was that?
The one where Miami went perfect, I think.
Damn, I got a good number on Reddit. It's down to plus 4,000.
Mm.
Because the one thing is like I don't think there's any value on any Chiefs player aside from Mahomes for MVP. And he's like plus 115.
Mm.
If they win the game, he's winning MVP. But I think there's a lot of avenues for Eagles players. You know what I mean? Because like their last two games, I mean, Jalen Hurts hasn't been their best player at all.
That's true.
If there was an MVP in the NFC Championship, Hassan Reddick would have won it.
The over under for the Carolina versus New England Super Bowl was 37 and a half.
That shit went way over.
The final score was 32-29.
They almost hit the over by themselves.
Exactly. The over under for New Orleans and Indianapolis was 57. I think that's the highest over it ever been. Nope, it got beat by New England and Atlanta. The over under was 57 and a half.
Jesus.
And it was final score was 34-28. Damn, did it? No, I went over. Wait, did it? No, it didn't. Well, yes, it did. 34-28, that's 62. But the highest scoring Super Bowl ever was 41-33, I think.
41-33. Who was that?
The Eagles and the Patriots.
Oh, that was a good game.
With the Philly special.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was the highest scoring Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, because the ones that was blowouts was 55-10, 49-26. Nah, the Western name still scored more. 48-21. That's 69. The over under for Pittsburgh versus Seattle was 47. The final score was 21-10.
Man, that was a horrible Super Bowl too.
Yeah, that was a trash ass Super Bowl. I remember that one. That was in 2006.
That was like one of the worst officiated Super Bowls ever too. Bro, remember when Randall L like hella pushed off the DB?
Yeah, they caught it.
And they didn't even fucking call a penalty.
And it was a block in the back on one of his punt returns that set up a touchdown. They didn't call it.
Yeah, that was one of the worst. What was the final score of the Cardinals Steelers Super Bowl?
27-23.
Damn, why do I feel like that one was higher scoring than it was?
The over under was 46.
That was it sucks that my team was on the losing side, but that was one of the most electrifying Super Bowls ever.
Especially that fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was a hell of a good game. That was a great fucking game. I think we're gonna get a close game tomorrow. I think it's gonna be a one possession game. I think it's gonna come
That's
down
what I
to the
want to
last
see. I don't
drive.
want to see no more blowouts in the Super Bowl. We haven't had a blowout since Denver, honestly.
Yeah, they've all been relatively close. Well, I mean, I know the 13-3 is two
No,
possession
but you
game.
gotta think that game was 3-3 in the fourth quarter. So
That game sucked, dude.
whoever bet the under made a lot of damn money in that Super Bowl.
Yep.
Because the over under was fucking 55.
Went way the fuck under.
They ain't even score. Shit. Did they even score a quarter of that?
Bro, remember what's his face? Gurley was hurt,
Uh-huh.
so the Rams couldn't even run the ball effectively, and Goff just looked like shit. That was the game where the Rams were like, all right, we need a new quarterback.
Yep.
We aren't gonna win a Super Bowl until we get a new quarterback.
They got that interception. You was like, damn, the Rams might win this game.
Nope. That shit
Went
was
nowhere.
terrible, dude. That was one of the worst Super Bowls.
Okay, well, the last 3 Super Bowls, actually, the last 4 Super Bowls have all went under.
So it's time for the over.
Definitely time for that over to hit. A Super Bowl haven't went over since Philadelphia and New England, and that's 2018. Yeah, that under streak is coming to an end.
Let's go. Let's get it. All right, so we'll be back on tomorrow night after the game. We'll be recapping the Super Bowl. We'll do a little look ahead into 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do a little look ahead into next year with futures odds and whatnot. And yeah, very much looking forward. I hope everybody has a great Sunday.
Me too.
Enjoy the Super Bowl. Eat lots of good food, drink lots of good drinks.
And enjoy it.
Yep.
Because after this is no more Super Bowl. I mean, no more football till August.
No way, dude. We got football next weekend, bro. XFL, baby. Bro, I already placed an XFL bet, too.
What, a over under?
No, I got an XFL bet. I got
Who kicking it off? I know it's gonna be LA.
they
gotta
all
be
play
big.
the same day. So
Okay.
we already got lines out, dude. So Saturday I got Roughnecks over the Guardians -110.
Okay.
The Vipers and Renegades are playing too. I think I'm gonna take the under in that game. The Vipers are coached by the great Ron Woodson.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the XFL Championship, I kind of like the Houston Roughnecks plus 775 to win it all. The Vipers are the second shortest shot though, plus 500.
To win the whole thing.
Yeah.
XFL schedule.
We're gonna start getting into it, bro.
How many games they got to kick it off?
They got 4 games next weekend.
Okay, the Orlando Guardians versus the Roughnecks, the St. Louis Battlehawks versus the San Antonio Brahmas,
Yeah. The
and
Brahmas.
the Seattle Sea Dragons versus the DC Defenders. And they all gonna be on live TV.
Yep. What channel is it on?
ABC, ESPN, and ABC and ESPN. You got 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday.
So I like Arlington. I think Arlington might have the best coach. Bob Stoops.
Damn, bro, bro, Bob Stoops, you that wash, bro. Go get your ass a Power 5 college job or something.
He probably got paid a lot of money to do this, dude.
I'm sure he did.
Plus, there's no, there's probably like 0 expectations, dude.
Man, whoever the quarterback, all I gotta do is look at the quarterback. Whoever got the best quarterback, that's probably who gonna win the game.
Well, the Vipers might have the best quarterback in the league.
Who they got?
Brett Hundley.
Used to play for UCLA.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty good.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm surprised he didn't make it. Well, he was more of a runner anyway, but
Arlington got Kyle Slaughter.
he was just in the league.
Yeah. He thrived in he was the last, was he the XFL MVP or was he the
Was it USFL? No. What's the name? Won USFL MVP?
the AAFL the 1 year they had.
Okay.
I think he was either the XFL MVP or that one. I'm pretty sure he was the XFL MVP though. Maybe he was the AAFL though.
What's the over-unders?
For what? The totals?
Mm-hmm.
For,
Oh, well, we get all into that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll discuss it this week for sure.
Okay.
Honestly, the smart thing to do is just take the unders blindly this week because it's
yeah,
probably
it's the first week. It's gonna be sloppy as hell.
It's probably gonna be ugly as
bunch
shit.
of penalties. Probably gonna be a bunch of turnovers.
Yeah, unless because it is the XFL, they're probably gonna want a lot of high scoring. So the rules are probably generated towards scoring, but I would probably lean the unders. I did that last year for the USFL though, and then like the first 3 games all went fucking over, and they went like way over too. Incredible.
The XFL has some good quarterbacks. A lot of those dudes got picked up.
Yeah, I mean, I think they
the
did it the right way
USFL.
because remember they started this last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. And they always do it after the NFL ends, so people gonna want to watch some type of football.
Yep, I agree. I'm hoping for success, especially because Vegas has a team. I'm gonna go check out a game.
Is the USFL coming back?
Yeah, USFL though, bro, they're hella stupid because they play the games in 2 locations.
Yeah, you gotta stretch it out.
How are you supposed to build a fan base if they don't even get to see their team play?
Exactly. I think the 2 locations is Birmingham and somewhere else, right?
I think Michigan's the other one, right?
No, that's crazy.
Detroit. I think they're doing it in Ford Field, one of them.
Mm.
But how do you build it? How do you build a fan base if they don't even get to see their team play?
Yeah, USFL get it together.
But the XFL, and the XFL tickets are gonna be like fucking $5, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking
concessions probably gonna be cheap too.
yeah, you can go get a couple beers and a ticket for the price you pay for parking.
Reminds me of old school.
It's gonna be dope. Hopefully,
Old
it's good
school
football.
baseball games.
Man, baseball games still do that as long as you have a shitty team.
I know, like your Oakland A's. Shout out to the A's though.
JJ Bleday
Picked up JJ Bleday today.
should be good. Hopefully,
Highway robbery. That's what I call that.
yeah. Watch AJ Puck turn into like the best closer in baseball, though. Bro, he was looking pretty good once they moved him into the bullpen last year, but
Okay.
the A's have a ton of fucking arms though. That's why they're able to do it.
Yeah.
And for the Marlins, dude, it's like, bro, you guys were like the worst offensive team in baseball last
You
year.
just
and
gave up your best prospect.
your best hitting prospect, dude. Makes no sense.
Sounds like a Marlins thing to do.
Not looking good for my Marlins plus 4,700 to win the NL East. It's all right, though. All right.
Let's go, y'all.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. Everybody have a phenomenal Sunday. I hope everybody wins money. Unless they're betting against me, then I hope you fucking lose. But why not us, baby? Let's win this money. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll be in a fucking great mood. Let's go Chiefs. Go Patrick Mahomes. Let's cash these tickets, Irv. Let's go.
Let's get it.